Hey, it was good to hear you, but I'm finally in my room. I know. Last time y'all see me, I was all over the place. But today, I want to talk to you guys about bad orders and confused customers, right? Um, I know these two things go hand in hand, but that's the reality. You as a business owner, you'll start to realize that once in a blue moon, you might cross not only confusing but bad customers, right? Um, and the reason why I bring these two things together, right? These people tend to have something in common. That's lack of information. Sometimes when they're making giving you an order, they won't necessarily know what they're actually ordering, if that makes any sense. So basically, what's in their heads might not come out right when the order comes out, if that makes any sense. And this is across the board. As you already know, I make t-shirts, but this is for people that make cakes, these people that make hats, these for people that actually make cars as well too, because there's rich people out there that'll order something when it comes to cars, and the car will look crazy and they'll get mad. Um, there's a way to deal with that, right? But there's two types of people. You got the extremely stubborn, confused person, and you got the one that's confused but not stubborn, right? The one that's confused but not so stubborn, you could definitely persuade them to think in what you want them to think. Now, not to say you being deceitful, whatever the case may be. It's just that you know your company better than they do, and you know your work better than they do. So since you are expert at what you do, you just give them information. Tell them, listen, this might not look right. This cake might not look the same as the cake that you've seen, a year ago. You get what I'm saying? I'm just giving you an example. I don't want to give you guys something. For example, a customer could easily be like, "Oh, make me a shape, but what type of shape? Oh, give me a color, bright color. What type of color?" These type of customers, these types of customers could only be handled somewhat well in places that have pictures on the walls, like basically menus, food menus. Those are the only way these customers could actually give you what they actually want. And we see in ourselves, even when they have pictures right in front of their faces, they still gonna, you know, do what they want. Um, Now, when it comes to down to the customers that you can persuade, they're a little easier. You get what I'm saying? You could be like, listen, if I make this letter, by the way, I make T-shirts, all right? I got a T-shirt company. And you could let them know, like, yeah, by the way, the words are gonna be way too small. Believe me, when it comes out, it's not gonna be like that. You gotta explain to them, like, a lot of the shirts that you see online are digital. They're not real shirts. So that's why they look like so big and so bright, but in reality, if it was really that small, you would not be able to see it. So I gotta edit it and make it bigger. Most people understand, they'll go with the flow, but you will have customers that will not believe you, and when they see it, good thing I never made anything like that, and when they see it, they will not be satisfied with it. Whoa. Okay, we have a thunderstorm outside, so if the light's shut, you already know what it is. It's outside. Now, with that being said, you have to learn the power of persuasion. You know what I mean? You got to persuade them to what you want them to think. Like I said before, there are two different types. You got the ones that are stubborn and confused, that give bad orders. You got the ones that's stubborn, that's semi stubborn, but not too stubborn, but a little confused, but you can still help them out. Now, with that being said, um, lack of information will destroy your order, and you gotta learn how to pick your orders. Just like you gotta learn how to pick your battles. Not every order is worth it. Not every order is worth it, because you're gonna meet some really disrespectful customers, and I'm glad I haven't met any customers like that. I don't know why. Um, Probably because I'm very good with personality traits a little bit. You're gonna have customers that could come off extremely narcissistic. Even if they made the order wrong, you could copy and paste it, and you could show them. They'll still be like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." Now, with that being said, you have to pick your battles. Not every order is worth it. Yes, you might cross hard orders that might take hours to do, um, because it's probably extremely difficult to make. I have come across those orders before, right? And I was able to do them, right? But you gotta learn how to pick your battles. You're gonna have people that's just gonna they're gonna give you a whole bunch of information, but the information means nothing at the end of the day, because they don't even know, they themselves don't even know what they're talking about, right? And sometimes you could tell by their voice. There's a lot of yeah, but you know, it's a lot of that. You'll get that from both sides. You'll get it from the ones that are stubborn and confused, and the ones that's not so stubborn and not so confused. Um, but with that being said, again, pick your battles. If they're not giving you a lot of information and they text you a whole bunch of nothing, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid to be like, listen, I cannot do this for you today, or I cannot do this for you at all. I could refer you to another company that does the exact same thing. You could refer them to another cake company, another bakery company, another hat company. Certain people are not going to be satisfied with the bad behaviors that they have. That's just the way it is. Now, with that being said, don't brush every customer that you have difficulty with or seems confused, because again, you know more than them. You know, it took you sometimes weeks, maybe years to learn what you learn, right? Like I could tell you, doing t-shirts wasn't an easy task. You could ask probably almost anybody that started t-shirt. And I seen videos of people that did t-shirts, they never got it right the first time, right? It's not something easy. You gotta learn heating, pressing, all the stuff. It's not easy at first, but it's your job to let them know this is how it's gonna go. If you can't do it like that, fine. Now, with that being said, guys, that's how to handle confused and bad customers. Peace.